cervical, and lumbar.
Is this up here?
I think that profundus extensor digitorum.
In here.
Nice. Yes. Wow. This is called ulnar deviation. Oh, yeah. Damn.
That one right there.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
There it is. What's up, guys? Dr. Garrett here. We're out here at Active Health Clinic. A lot of people have been asking, how do I get prepared for the workday? What's my morning routine? So I'm going to take you guys through a little yoga flow combination with some stretching. So we're going to start out here on the floor. I'm a chiropractor. I use my hands all day long, so I got to warm up my wrists. Tell me about contract your abs.
Separate for this.
Oh my god.
Your skull just moved, my man.
Oh.
That was good.
Juicy. So first things first, we're gonna get the hands to the ground, and I'm gonna get up on my fingertips, stretching out the fingertips one by one, going each hand. The muscles, the flexor muscles will attach here on the forearm and will go all the way down to the fingertips. So we want to stretch the fingertips. We're going distally further away from the center of the body first. We're going to get into the fingertips, working all the way into the fingertips. The muscles attach from the forearm here and we'll go all the way down, inserting into the fingertip. We want to start at the fingertips, opening up the hands. Then we'll bring the palms down. So when we get our palms down on the floor, we're gonna go clockwise or we can go counterclockwise. We wanna mix it up doing both. We're just getting motion within the wrist, getting blood flowing, warming up the tissue. We can go side to side, back and forth, really just getting motion within the wrist. Then we're going to take the palm facing up and we're going to go right in here. So stretching the extensors of the forearm going all the way into the wrist. Start slow here first. We're not used to having our hands, our wrist positioned like this. So I like to go side to side, really getting a deep stretch, going slow. Applying more pressure as the wrist is getting warmed up. And then we can go counterclockwise, and then we can go clockwise again. From here, we're going palms facing down, but fingers facing the outside. Bring the palms closer together. We're going to start back and forth here. Just getting that motion in, and we'll go side to side. As we're going side to side, mainly just getting into the palm, having it nice and firm on the ground. Then we're getting up into the fingertips. And of course, we're going clockwise and counterclockwise. Next one's a really good one for opening up the forearms, the extensor part of our forearms. So, fists together, down on the ground, just the backs of the hands down on the ground as well as the forearms. We're going to come from this flexed position and we're going to open up and extend, bringing the forearms to the front. So there's a bit of rotation in through here, keeping the hands and the knuckles together. And then we come back down. So we're just going to rep it out for 10. 9, 8, 3, 2, and 1. Now that our wrists are all warmed up, we're going to go into a downward dog position. I really like to grip the floor, giving a little bit of space underneath the fingers. We're coming up in this downward dog position. So starting it off, we're going to walk it out, bringing the heels down to the ground, one at a time. Then we can go for a wider base, pushing the palms back and butt back, getting those heels to hit the ground. Really getting a good stretch through the calf muscles into the hamstrings, into the lower back, and pushing the chest down. What we're going to do next is a little bit of thoracic rotation. We're going to kick up using the glutes, bend, open up really wide, and then dropping the foot down this way. And then we're going to bridge up right in through here. So we should be getting a really nice stretch in the lateral part of our torso in here. Take a few big breaths in. You can move the arm around, just getting that deep, deep stretch, especially in through the front of the shoulder here. We're going to plant the hand, bring the foot up and around, knees coming up through right in between the hands. Dropping the knee down, and then we're going to come right in through here. So right knee's up, left arm is coming up, and we're going to do a psoas stretch. We're going to stretch deep in the psoas. First, we're going to laterally bend to the side of the knee that's up, rotate, and then push the hips forward while reaching really far. Few big breaths in. Just getting a deep stretch within that psoas muscle. There we go. Now we're going to come here, the sphere, bringing the fingertips together, and we're going to do some more rotation within the thoracic spine. Just 10 of them. Woo, let's get the balance. So if you lose your balance a little bit while doing this, engage the hamstrings on the leg that's up, and then you're going to use a lot of the quad on the leg that's down. So we're going to rotate here. Really deep thoracic rotation. And just 10 of these. 8, 7, 6, 5, and make sure we're not over rotating. We want to stop center right in here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, next what we're going to do is a deep stretch through the hamstrings. You should get a stretch into the calf as well, and the glute into the low back. We're working the whole posterior chain, this posterior fascial line. Heel is going to go up, fingertips down right here. You may already start feeling a stretch. What we're going to do is arch the back and bring the chest down. Arching the back is just taking out some slack because I want to get some good stretch within the lower back. So I want to arch the back to take out some of the slack, bring some tension in here as we really drop the chest down, getting a nice stretch into the calf muscle, hamstring, all the way up. So to get that deeper stretch, take a big breath in. On the exhale, go a little deeper. Another big breath in. Exhale. A little deeper. And then just hold. Breathe. So when I'm doing this in the morning, I like to listen to some chill music, This is very meditative for me. I focus on my breathing. I get in tune with my body, what's tight, what's loose, what needs to be more engaged. I'm prepping my body, my mind, getting ready for the workday. Next, what we're gonna do, we're gonna drop the foot down. Hands are gonna go on the inside of our right foot. Really dropping the pelvis down into the floor, getting a good stretch within the groin and the hips. So just warming it up here. We can do some rotation this way, looking to the left away from the foot that's up, rotating towards it, bringing the torso up, and then we're gonna drop the elbows to the ground, lowering the hips even further. Again, we're all about the breath, big breathing. And as I'm breathing, I'm thinking of my breath pushing down, getting awareness into my lower hip area, just opening up, getting the muscles to oxygenate. So after this, we're gonna bring those hands up, pushing in, and now we're gonna take the foot and we're gonna go into the pigeon stretch. So a pigeon stretch is really good for stretching out the piriformis, some of the external hip rotators. So having a 90-degree angle within the knee, dropping your quads down to the ground, getting a good stretch in these hip rotators here. And the whole goal is to bring the elbows down. We can start here, we can rotate, we can move, just feeling out the body. You can do whatever you really need to do. Getting in deeper. And again, just breathing. Awesome. Now slowly, we're gonna lift up. We're going back into that downward dog. Feeling the difference as we're walking it out left to right. So my right feels a lot more stretched out now that I moved it. Easy to get my heel down. Left is just a little bit tighter. So we're gonna work the left side. So after we stretched out our left side, we went through the whole circuit again. What we're gonna do is drop down to our knees, go into a little child's pose. Wide base, dropping the chest down, head to the floor, just let everything relax. Big breath in. And then walk the hands to the outside. So we're gonna be stretching the lateral part of our torso here. Another big breath in. And walking over this way to the left. Stretching right in through here. And I'm just imagining my ribs opening up, expanding my lungs into this side as I breathe. So you should get a really nice stretch into the lat, into the serratus anterior muscle. Dropping in child's pose again. And then we're gonna come here, do a little leapfrog, and get into this low position. Ideally, you wanna have our toes pointing forward, hands together, close to the heart. Elbows are gonna be pushing out on the inner thighs, and then lift up within your thoracic spine, your upper back. Big breath. Dropping the hands forward. Now we're gonna come here. Ideally, you wanna have the hands down on the floor. Getting another deep stretch in through here. Dropping the head. And we're going to stack each vertebra on top of one another. So going slow, pulling through the glutes, the hamstrings. I'm just imagining each vertebra stacking on one another. Shoulders are going to come back. Last thing to come is the neck, and we're going to go into some extension. Breathing in. Exhaling, heart to center. Palms together, and another breath in. So that's my yoga flow, mixing in a little bit of a stretch. It's how I warm up my wrists, my whole body. I get a lot of breathing in, get my mind right. It's meditative. It's the best way to start your day. Enjoy.